Perfect. You are now tuned into the royalty movement, myEcon training. This is going to be a good one. This is one reason why myEcon is number one. Just one reason. We got several, but one reason myEcon is number one, and how to become a top earner. So I want to load it up back to back to back, and I might, depending on time, throw a little bonus in the end. But one reason why myEcon is number one, and how to become a top earner. So get your pen and pad handy. It will be recorded, but just in case something about the space doesn't allow it to get recorded, you want to be taking your own copious notes so you can know what you truly have your hands on. This is history in the making. Kings and queens, let's do it. I'm going to mute out my line, but I definitely want you to tune in.
So tonight what we want to do is we want to talk about the smart. System. So let's talk about some of the things that you need to know about the smart credit system. So here's the facts. Everybody's interested in credit. You need credit for everything that you do. If you're looking for a job, oftentimes you need credit. If you are applying for a loan, you need to have great credit. You know, everybody is interested in credit. The insurance, the premium that you pay on insurance is often determined based on credit. We also know that the smart credit system launched in June of 2016. It's hard to believe, but we've already had this product now for the last 2 years. The name has been revised a couple of different times. If you will remember, it started off as the smart money system. It then went to the smart credit repair system, and it is now the smart credit system. And I think that's where we're going to be at for the rest of the time. Also, this product has become a staple product inside of myEcon. You know, when we created this product, we really didn't think that the product was going to be what it has become. It was a good product. We put it into our income shifting membership for our members. We made it available for retail sales. And, you know, I think that's where we just kind of left it. And here lately, this product has been really been a focal point inside of myEcon. So that's something that's interesting. The other thing about this product is that it offers a high return, high reward. If you'll remember, we dibbled and dabbled in the credit repair products and services before the smart credit system. We had a couple of companies that would actually do it for you. And those things were really they caused us to have a lot of risk and a lot of liability. And the nice thing about our smart credit system is that it offers low risk, it offers low liability. Why? Because we educate you. We educate you on how to fix, repair, and maintain your credit. And the education process is a lot more valuable than the actual doing of the credit repair. See, one of the things that I always tell people is that you shouldn't outsource your personal finances. You know, I outsource someone cutting my grass. I outsource people washing my car, but I don't outsource my personal finance. That's something that you really should be mindful of, and your credit is part of your personal finance. So we think that it's important for you to take the smart credit system, learn how to fix, maintain, repair your credit so that you won't find yourself in that situation ever again. Now let's talk about the competition, the myEcon competition out there that has credit repair. I want to talk about the competition, and the reason why I'm talking about the competition, I'm not going to name any companies per se, but what I want you to do is I want you to understand what makes us different and what makes us stand head and shoulders above anything else that's out there. I truly understand that what we have with the smart credit system is truly heads and shoulders above anything else out there when it comes to credit repair. And I don't just say that because I'm a myEcon associate. I don't say that because I was the guy who put this together. I don't say that because of that, but there's something very unique about what we offer inside of the smart credit system. So it has a low cost but high value. Low cost but high value. Even if you retail this product, the retail cost is $99 one time. $99 one time. So it has a low cost, but it offers high value, and the value being that you learn how to fix, retain, and maintain your credit. Fix, repair, and maintain your credit. Those are the things that you learn with this product. There's a lot of other products out there that say that they do the same thing, but it costs you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for people to fix their credit when they could do it for the low cost that we offer. The next thing is that it's easy to explain. Now, one of the reasons why I think this product has really taken off is because everybody understands credit. Credit is not something that has to be taught to anyone, that has to be explained to them. Everyone understands what credit is and how credit works and how it affects you. So it's easy to explain. It's a product that's very, very easy to explain. This product also empowers the user. So again, we're not telling you that we're going to do it for you. Instead, what we're saying is we're going to show you how to do it yourself. And there's a lot of value that's added to this. The reason why I say that is because I've spoken with several individuals who have companies that do credit repair. They fix people's credit. And the one thing that each one of them have told me is that they typically get repeat customers over and over and over again over a period of time. As they fix someone's credit, it is not uncommon for them to see that person 2 years again, 3 years down the road, for that person to come back and need to have that process done for them all over again. So see, they never learned what it was that caused them to get into that situation. With the smart credit system, you actually learn how to fix and repair your own credit, and then you learn how to maintain that. And that should empower you. That empowers you to have good credit for the rest of your life. It also allows you to focus on the whole score. So the smart credit system focuses on the entire score. And I'm going to be talking about the score system, but here's what I mean by the entire score. Most of the competition, most of the people out there that are doing credit repair, they only focus on getting negative items removed from your credit report. They only focus on getting negative items removed from your credit report. Now, that accounts for 35% of your score, and that's the largest part of your score. But 35% is still not larger than 65% of the rest of the score. So what we do is not only do we focus on the 35% of the score, but we focus on all of the other aspects that affect your score so that we focus on that whole score. That's the difference. I need you to start understanding that particular key, because that's a huge factor in that we focus on the whole score. And myEcon offers a very unique solution to a credit problem that no other credit repair company offers. We offer a very unique solution to the problem. Let's talk about that just for a moment. I want to talk about the whole score. And we address the entire score, but the first score is your payment history. This is how well you have paid your bills on time. And of course, 35% of your score is based on payment history. And so what myEcon does, or what the smart credit system does, is we go out and we challenge all of the negative items that are on our credit report, and those negative items are challenged so that the person or the company that's reporting that, they have to prove that that is accurate and valid. So we challenge that. And many people have experienced their scores improving because the creditor was unable to correctly verify that this indeed was their debt. They were unable to validate it, and they had to remove those things. So those letters that you send off, we've got 4 letters that go along with your credit, smart credit system. Those 4 letters have helped clean up a lot of the payment history. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where most of the credit repair industry focuses on. They focus on this 35%. But myEcon does more than that. You see, the 30% is called credit utilization. Credit utilization basically is how much credit do you have available, and how much of that credit that you have available are you already using. So let me give you an example. If you got a credit card that has a $1,000 limit on that credit card, and you got $900 that you got on the credit card, you're at a 90% credit utilization. Now, the higher the utilization, the worse it is for your credit score. So the standard is to be under 30% or better. 30% or better or lower is what you want your credit utilization to be. This is where most other companies cannot compete with myEcon, because how does a credit repair company help you with credit utilization? How do they help you with credit utilization? They don't. But what myEcon has is myEcon has a system called the income shifting membership. They have income shifting that helps you deal with credit utilization. Think about this for a moment. With income shifting, I'm able to take my W-4. I'm able to adjust that. I'm able to get some cash back. And then I'm able to take that cash that I got from my W-4, and I'm now able to start doubling down on my debt. See, that's the secret. That is the solution. That is the special thing that myEcon offers that no other debt repair company can offer. We offer a solution to lower your credit utilization, which is worth 30% of your credit score. I want you to think about that for a moment as you look at this slide. 35% of your credit score is the payment history, and that is the largest percentage of your score. However, the next largest percentage, which is almost the same, is credit utilization, 30%. No company out there can show you how to minimize your debt or help you with minimizing your debt like myEcon can, because we offer the income shifting membership. We offer a way to adjust your W-4 to get more money back. We offer you a way of starting a home-based business to lower your taxes. Now you use that money to start lowering down your debt. We also offer business income so that you can create some income in this business that helps you, again, take that money, apply it to your debt, and eliminate your debt. So that's the special thing that myEcon offers when it comes to credit utilization. You see, there's only 2 ways that you can improve your credit utilization. The first way is to pay down the debt, and that's the most preferred way. The second way is to increase your credit limit. Now, if you were following me on Facebook earlier this week, I got a letter from my credit card company, Capital One, and they doubled my credit limit. They doubled my credit limit. Now, I want to give you a strategy on what I did to get them to double my credit limit. This is only for those of you that are disciplined with this. Again, credit utilization is worth 30% of your score. The way that you improve your credit utilization is by paying down your debt. But you can also improve your credit utilization by getting an increase in your credit limit. So here's what I did about a year and a half ago. I stopped using my bank debit card. Totally, just stopped using it. And I just started using Capital One, my credit card, exclusively. Everything that I purchase, I don't care if it's a hamburger, a piece of chewing gum, everything I purchase, I put it on my Capital One. But here is the trick. Every week, I pay off what I spent that week. So every week, I send Capital One a payment to pay off what I borrowed for the week. So I never pay any interest on the money that I borrow on my Capital One card because every week I'm paying it off. I pay it off every week. I don't let my balance go any higher than what I can pay off. So I never am charged any interest at the end of the month. And because of that, Capital One has been tracking me, and they've seen that I charge and then I pay off. I charge and I pay off. And so what they've done is they've increased my credit limit twice in the last year. And this last credit limit, they doubled my credit limit. So I went from $4,500 to $9,500. That's what it was. So that was one way or another way to increase your credit or to improve your credit utilization is to increase your credit limit. All right, so now we talked about the 35%, the 30% of the score. The next is credit history, length of credit history. Now, we addressed this in our smart credit system. How do you increase your credit history? Well, one of the best ways of increasing your credit history is by getting someone who has a credit card that has a good history on that credit card. They've got a good length of credit history on that credit card, and to have them put you down as an authorized user. Now, this is just a simple way of getting that credit history, because when you do that, you basically are adopted into that credit card history. So, let me give you an example. I have two teenage children that are going to college, and so they are now in college, and I know that very shortly as they graduate out of college, they're going to need to go do some things where they may need credit. So what have I started doing? I took my son, I put him on my credit card as an authorized user. Capital One sent me a credit card with his name on it. I got it in the mail and I cut it up because he's not going to use the card. I don't want him to use my card. I'm not foolish. But I do want him to have my credit history on that Capital One card. As soon as I did that, his score jumped up about 125 points. So that is extremely valuable. So we teach you how to get credit history inside of the smart credit system. Again, most companies are not teaching you about the credit history. That accounts for 15% of the score. The next piece is new credit. New credit accounts for about 10% of your credit score. Now, for many people, they think that this is a catch-22. It's a catch-22 because they said, well, if I could get new credit, I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in. I can't get new credit because my credit's bad. How do I get new credit if I got bad credit? Well, here's what you do. We've got some companies in our smart credit system that will allow you to actually use credit or get credit from them in a very unique way. So there's one company that we have listed in the smart credit system. What it will do is it will actually take $500 or $1,000. They've got two programs, $500, one's for $500, another one's for $1,000. And what this company will do is they'll take that money and they'll put it in a CD account. And they will freeze the CD account so that you can't touch the money. So there's no risk to them at all. This is how they're able to do this. They take the CD account or the money, put it in a CD account. They freeze it so that you cannot use it, but then you have to pay on the CD. So if you got a $500 CD, they give you payments of $50 a month, and you have to pay $50 a month until you pay $500. And then at that point, they unfreeze the CD, and then you can use the money for whatever you want. But then those $50 payments over the last, 10, 12 months, those $50 payments are counted as payments to a to a debt, if you will. So it allows you to get payment history. It allows you to get new credit by the company actually creating a CD that they freeze, and then you pay on that CD until you pay the face value of that CD. So that allows anyone with bad credit or questionable credit, it gives them the opportunity to be able to get new credit established in their name, even if they have a bad credit history, right? So that's important, okay? Very, very important. And then the last percentage, which is 10%, is called credit mix. So you have to have a mixture of credit. A lot of the algorithm for your credit score also includes credit mix. So credit mix is basically installment loans and revolving loans. So if you're applying the new credit that I just covered, that's going to be an installment loan. An installment loan is a loan that has a fixed date that the loan will actually be paid off. Revolving debt is something like a card. You charge it up, you pay it down, you charge it back up again. It doesn't have a fixed date for payoff. And so what you do with your credit mix is you get some installment loans, you get some credit cards, and that gives you that credit mix. And we talk about credit mix because you can get a prepaid credit card where you actually put it's called a secured credit card. That's really what it's called, a secured credit card, where you put $500 on a credit card, and then you can spend money off of that credit card, but it's your money that you put on that credit card. And every time you pay on that credit card, it logs that as a payment to a credit card. So you can get credit mix by doing a secured credit card. So see, what myEcon teaches in the smart credit system is we teach each of the different variations of your credit score, right? There are 5 different pieces that determine your credit score, and we give you solutions and answers to all 5 pieces. That's the difference. When you walk away from this training here tonight, I want you to understand what makes the smart credit system different from anything else that's out there. What makes us different is most people only focus on the 35% payment history. We focus on the whole score. We address the full percentage. Now, we talked about the answers. The answers to fixing your credit is income shifting. That's what we have that is so different from anybody else out there. We talk about the W-4 adjustment so that you can get some extra cash to start paying down your debt. And then we also have the minimize expenses tool. If you look inside of the smart credit system, we show you how to start thinking about minimizing your expenses in a service so that you can free up even more cash to add that as your snowball money to begin to eliminate that particular debt. We also have debt elimination software. So we've got that debt elimination software that's inside of the smart, that's inside of the cash flow manager. The cash flow strategist has a debt elimination software. But ladies and gentlemen, here in the near future, we're going to have a standalone debt elimination software that's coming. It's coming. It's very, very near. We're going to have a standalone debt elimination software where you can just go in, put and list all of your debts, and the system will calculate your payoff. It'll tell you when you're going to pay it off. It'll tell you how much to apply to each particular debt, and it will even allow you to print off a sheet so that you can take that sheet with you so that you have your debt elimination plan in hand. So that is something that we're working on that will be here very, very shortly. So myEcon has the solutions. And so what are we offering? How do you sell this product? Well, the one thing that you need to let people know that we have 26 do-it-yourself videos. These are 26 videos that vary in time length, but I don't think the longest video is longer than 6 or 7 minutes. But to totality, it takes you about 2 hours and 15 minutes to go through the 26 videos that are there. And those videos teach you everything from how to pull your credit. They teach you how to read your credit report. They teach you how to dispute the negative items on your credit report. They even have letters that show you what to write. so that you can send that in to the credit bureaus and get those negative items removed, as well as a whole lot of other things, reducing your credit utilization. All of those things are included inside of the Smart Credit system. There are 4 rounds of dispute letters. We call these letters 609 letters. That 609 is basically the statute for the Fair Credit Reporting Act. We use the 609 statute in the Fair Credit Reporting Act to dispute the items on our credit. And we've got 4 rounds of letters that we use to do that. So you don't have to be creative. All you got to do is just take the letters that we have listed, put in your information, and send those letters off. We have reestablished credit sources. So again, I told you we have places where you can get credit even if you have bad credit. So we've got different sources that are available to help you reestablish your credit. We've got the income shifting strategy. Again, that's something that no other company talks about. We have the minimize your expenses calculator. Again, you want to get your expenses down as low as you possibly can so that you can use that extra money to start paying off your debt rapidly, very, very fast. And then finally, we've got that debt elimination software, which basically gives you a blueprint on how you should be paying off your debt. So see, those credit repair companies out there, they don't offer everything that we offer at the price that we offer. See, we got a great thing going. We got a really, really great thing going, and that's why the buzz right now is the smart credit system inside of myEcon, because we figured out how to cover all your bases when it comes to your credit. All right? And then finally, we got an investment calculator, because as you begin to pay off your debt and become debt-free, you now have some money to start investing, and we've included an investment calculator inside of our smart credit system as well. So these are all the unique things that we offer inside of that smart credit system that should help you go out, sell the product, be able to talk to people about the product. So if you have not dug into the smart credit system, go out there and dig into it and learn about all the different things, all the different features that we have with the smart credit system. Now, let's talk about marketing, because here's something that I've noticed. I don't know how I feel about it. It's working for a lot of people, so I guess, I'm going to leave it alone. But people are marketing myEcon as if all we do is credit. And that's not all we do. We do a whole lot more than just credit. I had a gentleman come to the office today, and I was talking to him. He was brand new in the business, came to the office. I was talking to him, and he thought we were a credit repair company. Now, he's in myEcon. He is a myEcon associate inside of myEcon, and he thought we were a credit repair company. And we're not. You guys know we're much more than that. We're way much more than the credit repair company. But again, it's an easy product for people to sell, and so I get it. I understand, okay? The millennials love the smart credit system. Now, I was thinking about this a couple of weeks ago, and I said, why do millennials love the smart credit system? And here's what I had to do. I had to put myself in their shoes. I had to go back to when I was 21, 22, 23 years old. And when I was 21, 22, 23 years old, I had to ask myself, was I thinking about income shifting? Was I thinking about taking my money and paying off some debt? Was I thinking about my future? Was I thinking about my retirement when I was 21, 22 years old? Was I thinking about, let me take some of this money, let me lower my tax liability, let me take this money, put it into my 401k. So was I thinking about that at 21, 22 years old? And the answer is no. I wasn't thinking about that. But what I was thinking about at 21, 22 years old is how I can get some more stuff. How can I go out and get some more stuff? And if I got good credit, I can get some more stuff. And so I understand why the millennials love the smart credit system, is because it's something that they understand, it's something that they can gravitate to, it's something that means something that's important to them. And so millennials love it, I love it, and that's why they've been promoting it as heavily as they have online. The smart credit system is not complicated. It's not complicated. If you've gone through the smart credit system, the navigation is easy, the videos are easy, all of the content is there. It is not a complicated product. And it offers great earning potential. So for those of you who are trying to retail or are retailing the smart credit system, the smart credit system retails for $99. And of that $99, we pay out $50. We pay $20 to the person who sold the smart credit system, and then we pay $30 in CV. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you get $30 of CV, you are super retailer bonus qualified, which means that you get 100% on your personal sales. So just by selling the smart credit system, one smart credit system makes you super retailer bonus qualified, which means you get 100% commission. So if you sell it, you get the $20 and you get 100% of the $30, so you make $50. So I can safely say that anybody that sells the smart credit system makes $50 because it automatically makes you super retailer bonus qualified. So that's a great earning potential. Think about that, $50. You can take home $50 for every smart credit system that you sell. The other thing that I think has helped people with marketing this online is the fact that it focuses on one product. And so when I think about marketing, sometimes in marketing, you need to focus on one thing. You got to have one message that you're focused on. And this is a great product that has that message. So it's a product that is very, very focused, and a lot of people use it for that reason. So my statement here to you tonight is that if you are using the smart credit system and you're focused on that one particular product, I'm fine with that. I think we're fine with that at corporate. Our goal and our hope is that when people come into myEcon, maybe they came into myEcon because of the smart credit system. But our hope is that once they log into myEcon, they find that there is so much more value there than just the smart credit system. And so as leaders and as upline leaders and as people who are sponsoring others into myEcon, it's your job to take them through the quick start and make sure that that person understands that, yes, you joined just for the credit, but listen, there's so much more that we have to offer. And many people that I've heard that thought that we were just credit, they have contacted me and said, man, I did not realize that we had all of these other things included inside of myEcon. And so you definitely want to make sure that people understand that so that they stick around. You got good, strong retention when people purchase the smart credit system. It has mass appeal to it. So let's talk about the smart credit system. When you use the smart credit system, it helps you improve your score. It decreases your interest rates. So we're finding now that people are improving their scores, and now they can go and refinance that car loan. They can go out and refinance some of that high interest debt that they have for a lower interest debt. Refinance that puts more money back into your pocket. Take that more money, and you just start really rapidly eliminating that debt. And then it also puts you in position to leverage capital. Now, we don't really talk a whole lot about leveraging capital because we like to stay out of debt, but there are some times where you want to maybe purchase a home, maybe you're in real estate and you want to buy some rental properties and things of that nature. Maybe there's a situation where you need to leverage through capital. Well, the smart credit system will help you fix, repair, and maintain your credit so that you can begin to leverage capital inside of myEcon. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the myEcon smart credit system is a credit system that is extremely valuable inside of myEcon. I wanted to give you sort of a different flavor tonight as it relates to, how you sell the product and what the selling points of the product was. What makes the product such a great product? And again, it's because we cover the entire score and we cover all 5 areas of your credit score. That's what makes the product such a great product and a product that is different than anything else that we've seen out there in the marketplace. So with that being said, I've got about 35 minutes into this call.
All right, kings and queens. I'm going to keep it brief, but understand the power of what you have. You got $1 million platform right in your pocket. So that was one of the things that makes myEcon number one. So let's transition directly into one perspective of becoming a top earner. So hang tight, get your pen and pad handy, take notes, and this is an older video, but it is still applicable today if you understand everything that the gentleman has to say.
Woo! Man. Nice. You guys fired up or what? Awesome, man. Awesome. So let's get started. So I'm gonna share with you my personal story, and I hope you get something out of it. I'm gonna talk a little bit about online and offline marketing, some of the things that I've used to climb out of a tough spot. I am an ex-real estate investor. You know, I feel like they should start a real estate investor anonymous, right? Hi, my name is Ray, and I invested in real estate. Thanks for sharing, Ray. Right? Can you see it? That'd be a pretty big group, right? And you know, I was not the example of no excuses in 2009. Had a lot of excuses. Kind of hope for the market to get better, hope for things to turn around, but I never actually did anything about it. I was kind of in a financial and mental coma. Does anyone know anyone like that right now? Few people, right? That's you know, it's tough. In personal foreclosure, in fact, I'll tell you my story. One of the worst days of my life is I'm having a nice barbecue at my house, and you know, that should be a good day, right, in Florida, and having a nice barbecue, and there's a knock at the door. My mother goes to answer it, and the gentleman delivered her papers and said, "These are Ray Higgins' foreclosure papers." Of course, my mom didn't know anything about that, so that was a pretty crappy day. And I distinctly remember coming home from a trip where I was trying to make some money up in Pennsylvania, and came home. I'm looking at my bank statement, and the bank statement says $300. And you know, it was at that point that I made a decision. I said, you know what? I'm not a $300 in the bank account guy. What the heck is going on? And you know what? There's a lot of people in this country and around the world that are not they're not indicative of their bank accounts. Do you believe that? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people in this room that you have so much power and so much wealth and abundance, it's just your bank account doesn't reflect it yet. And that's exactly how I looked at it. And so I made a decision that I was going to do something about it. I was on the brink of bankruptcy. In the last 18 months, and this is just to share with you what's possible. Okay, in the last 18 months, I did hit 40,000 a month in my 7th month, and in my primary company, became the #1 income earner in my company. Went from 0 to 50,000 hits a month to my blog. By the way, No Excuses was my very first marketing conference I ever attended last year. Yeah. So how did I do it? Well, I used online and offline. Now, some people, when they hear offline, they think I'm Billy to Billy, right? Where I want to be online. Yeah, man. Man, 10 G's. Cool. I don't know from where, right? Well, a combination of those two is what I'm suggesting. And here's something that it's going to be a little tough for some of you. From talking with a lot of people in this industry, a lot of people getting into online marketing, getting into network marketing, a lot of people go to internet marketing out of either weakness or perceived weakness. Well, Ray, I'm not willing to get better at talking to people, so I just hope for leads to come in magically and mystically. Right? It's tough for some people to hear. And I'll tell you, if you go into, and you really want to build an empire, if you go into anything based out of weakness, it's not built on a solid foundation. You want to actually have a solid foundation of strength in your mindset. Okay? I want you to think about this. Every single person that joins anything online is the warm market of somebody. And they would prefer to join someone that they know. If you're not calling your leads, just make an assumption that I am signing them up. So if you get that lead from Magnetic or MLSP or whatever other system that you use, and it has a phone number in there, and you say, oh, okay, I hope they go through my funnel. I'm going to funnel them. They get funneled. I don't like to talk to people anyway. Who wants to talk to those guys that want opportunities, right? Just assume, okay, that one's for Ray. You don't have to forward it to me, but just send me like an email. Say, congrats, Ray. Got another one. His name's Rod out of Austin. Congrats. And, so everyone knows what that stands for, right? What would Dillard do, right? I'm going to wear a little bracelet. What would Dillard do? Makes me think about my marketing, right? Well, we had him on stage at the Live the Dream event, MLSP, last, I think, year. I don't know when that was. I kind of lose track of time. But and someone asked him, Mike, when should you ever talk to your friends and family? I mean, here you're the granddaddy of attraction marketing. Should you ever talk to your friends and family? And what he said was so powerful. What he said was, well, yeah, you just don't care if they sign up or not. See, that's posture. That's posturing. That is how, we have the opportunity to change this entire world. We know that this is a better way, but most people do not. So we want to be strong. We want to be postured. We want to be able to spread this message. This is not us asking for, would you pretty please look at my presentation? This is, hey, do you qualify for my time? Are you open-minded enough to qualify for my time? Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Don't hope out of weakness. Thank you. Have strength in all that you do, and we'll talk about that. And I'll tell you, if you are not talking to people that you know, you're being selfish. There are people in every single one of your cell phones right now that were where I was, that was in foreclosure, that was on the brink of bankruptcy, that was struggling, that I didn't know what the heck I was going to do. Struggling. There are people that you know in your cell phone right now. But your ego on possibly getting rejected is too large, so you won't call them. I am not saying to chase them, beg them, or bug them. I don't chase, beg, or bug anybody. I'm saying present your information, because there are people that you could help out. And you know what? If this is something that, what if you become huge? What if you start pulling down $100,000 a month? What if you do that? And you see 2 out of your 5 closest friends are being foreclosed, and you didn't even talk to them. How does that make you feel? This is not us begging for business. Pretty please, can I get a commission from you? This is, let me show you a better way. I see more people that are working harder than they've ever worked before, making less than they've ever made. Corporate America knows 75 people behind you that would love to take your job and wouldn't complain about working weekends. This is a better way. And our job is to be evangelists of this and share it with people. Share it. So you guys want some tactics that you can apply right now? Little intro. I use this all the time. Hey, just throwing it out there. Would you be open to a side project that doesn't interfere with what you're currently doing? But at this event, you're running around people. We're in Vegas. Do you know the people that are really, really struggling financially probably aren't out in the casinos and things? There may be a few, right? But what if you connect with someone? You have no idea if the next $1 million earner is walking right past you. You have no idea. One of the best guys in my team is a 72-year-old. He does 2 meetings a week, and he used to make $1 million a year in a different network marketing company. How many of you would have walked right past him? A lot. A lot. Now, this is not getting bummed out or, oh, man, I can't believe he said no. Who cares? You got to have that mentality. Someone says no, who cares? Say it with me. Who cares? Nice. Who cares? Who cares? But if you didn't at least present the information, you'll never know. Our job is only 2 things. Present information, provide options. That's it. You have to chase people. I tell people all the time, it may or may not be for you. If you're interested, great. If not, no big deal. In fact, I talk about it right here. Well, it may or may not be for you. If you're interested, great. I'll get your information, send you a little video. 6-minute video, goes over my deal. If you're into it, great. If not, no big deal. You see, that's powerful. They're like, wow, he doesn't need to sell me. He doesn't need to close me. Calling your leads. Every week. Now, sometimes I'll have 3 or 4 people that I sponsor, but every week, at least one person that I sponsor in my primary company has called or at least opted in with their phone number to other marketers. This guy, most recent one, had a gentleman. He had opted in with phone number to 5 different marketers. None of them called him. Guess who did? Guess whose business he's in? Right? If you're wanting to build a serious residual, that is connecting with other people. It's a people business. It's an absolute people business. I love this. Got it from a man said, what has recently changed in your life that has you open to a home-based business? Is that a good line or what? Because there's so much power in that line. What has recently changed, so you're digging for information, that has you open, you're assuming they're open, to a home business. Such a powerful line. It's not tough to talk to leads, guys, especially people that are opting in to talk to you. If they leave your phone number, they want to talk to you. That is why they left it. It's the only reason. They left it to talk to you. Now, some of you will get this question. What's this all about? Does anyone ever get that? What's this all about? How about that line? It's about me interviewing you to see if you're a fit for my team and my time. Ooh. Now you could follow that up. You could follow that up and say, look, are you even open to making money from home? A little bit of attitude. Someone brings the attitude, you got to bring it back. You know, it's not like, this is about me presenting to you a wonderful opportunity that is ground floor and we're the next $1 billion business. Right? Would you pretty please look at this? It's not that. You are qualifying people. Qualify them. See if they're worthy of your time. There are people that I'd say, you know what? I just don't think this is a fit for you. And it feels good. Feels good. I know, any of you marketers out there, I know some of you in here wish you could have done that to people you already have in your team, am I right? You just immediately thought of, man, I should have said it to this and this and this, right? You thought of that. So know that you can have success. Last year I sat in a chair just like you guys. Actually, it wasn't as nice. We weren't as nice it wasn't as nice as a venue, right? It was still cool, but it wasn't as nice, okay? But I sat there, shook hands with most of the speakers, picked their brains anytime that I could, and I suggest you do the same. You know, you are not an island. You are here, and you have a sliver of time to spend time with the people around you and the speakers on stage, including myself. Pick my brain. Pick the other speaker's brain. That's what I did. What's interesting is if you go back 2 years, okay? Last year I was a student. The year before that, that's when I was in foreclosure. What a difference a year makes. What a huge difference 2 years makes. Okay? I made a decision. And thanks to No Excuses and just great leaders around. You know, in corporate America, you don't get this. You don't get people that may be in different companies that are willing to share with you what they actually do to get business. You don't get that. You know, in corporate America, everyone's fighting for the scraps at the table. They're fighting for that. You know, if you get the raise, they may stop inviting you to a party. Because it's about lack. It's about limited. There's only so much to go around. And, you know, just know, I love this industry. I love, you know, the people that I work with. And I really do. You know, some people I know, they maybe don't like people so much. You know, they like sales, but don't necessarily like people, don't necessarily like coaching. That's the stuff that I strive on. You know, sales come when you connect and help a lot of people. That's what comes. Focus on the people, and all of the rest will happen for you and for you.
All right, kings and queens, I hope you took those nuggets. You might want to catch the replay and screenshot some of those messages, some of that verbiage he used, some of the open liners that he said were good to use. Old video but still applicable information. Now, with that being said, let's end it with a bang. Stick it out, and let's end it with a bang, and hopefully you get fired up enough to where you're ready to conquer the world and empower those who you're connected to. You got $1 million business in your pocket. Let's go out with a bang. Shout out to the Queen for sharing this video. She said she thought it would be perfect for all of royalty to see. So if that's the case, let's see if we can get it to play. Hang tight, bear with me about a good 30 seconds, and we'll get it running. We're going to end it with a bang. Disregard the advertisement. Don't buy into it. Alright, here we go.
This is the problem. Some of us have left our employment and we've come into this industry and we've brought with us a 9-to-5 mindset. This is important. You're doing what entrepreneurs do, but you're doing it with a 9-to-5 mindset. And what a 9-to-5 means is that I'm going to put forth effort during this time and this time. When you are a true hunter, you don't go by time. You go by the gazelle. I'll say it again. When you are a true hunter, you don't hunt from 8 to 3. Why? Because the gazelle may not be open from 8 to 3. You hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one. And then you get another, and then you get another, and you get another. And so somebody said, E.T., you're number 5 on some list as the top motivational speaker in the world. You're number 10 in certain lists. How do you feel? I said, I feel terrible. I feel worse now than I ever felt before. Say, why? Because at first I wasn't going after the number 1 guy. Now that I'm on the list. See, I didn't know before. Like some people say, my grandmother, how could your grandmother live in the projects? At the time, my grandmother lived in the projects in Detroit. Like, how could your grandmother live in the projects in Detroit? I said, she's having a great time. So what you mean she's having a great time? That she's not blown and sick in the world? I said, that's why she's troubled with where she is economically, because that's where she's been her whole life. So the challenge is the person who's been rich and then broken. That's a challenge. The challenge is you don't know what that life is like. You don't crave for something that you've never tasted, you've never had before. So for me, I was okay when we were just doing videos, but now, right? So what happens, guys, if you don't know this, that the lion has a different type of appetite. So the more when a lion, like a shark, takes blood, it's dangerous. So you don't get to the point. Listen to me, a 9-to-5 person, they make a sale and they're excited. When you get to my level and you get one thing, you try to get to the next level, then you try to get to the next level, then you try to get to the next level. A true hunter hunts. Okay, you missed what I just said. A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. They don't just live to catch it. It's the whole process. And your problem is you just want to check. Yeah, you're not a true hunter. You just want to save it. You don't get excited about the process. Here's the important part, because they're going to give you some information, and that's important. They're going to give you some great information, right? They're going to equip you. They're going to give you tools. I like it. Going to the next level. He's like the Eric Thomas way. He's like, you can get my slides, right? And that's huge, right? Because there's some places you go, you cannot get the slides, right? Why? Because people feel like if you get the slides, what? Anybody can answer. If you get the slides, you can be me, right? You can do what I'm doing. You're going to take something from me. No, because it's like you can have it. So here's the challenge. Everybody's going to get the same information. Everybody's going to get the same path. Everybody's going to get the same speakers. Everybody's going to get the exact same thing. Everybody's going to have access to the exact same thing. The problem is everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do.
If knowledge is power, learning is your superpower.
Skip.
Do what real beasts do. Everybody gets excited. E.T., the guru story, but nobody wants to get up at 3 o'clock. Like for real, you walk out of here pumped up, fired up. You get some new information. You're ready. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. And what you have to understand is everybody that you're going to hear from, Eric Thomas, my mother got pregnant with me at 17 years old, high school dropout, ate out of trash cans, lived in abandoned buildings, slept in cars, multi-million company that's changing the world. I didn't say America, the world. Why? Because because not only do I want to be a beast, if you follow my 24 hours, I do what beasts do. You can't just say you want it. You can't watch the video and say, I want it as bad as I want to breathe. It's cute to say it. But when it's showtime, when the sun comes up, you got all the books, you got all the tapes, you got all the access. Now it's time to hunt. And what separates you from everybody else is that when it's time to hunt, you're ready to hunt. So you can get all the information. What's going to separate you is when it's beast time, when it's war time, you got to get up and make it happen. You got to get up. So this morning, yup. I don't know how it happened, but something this morning, we got it in motion. Yup, different country. Yup, still got the exercise in, still got the workout in. Yup, still walked as a team for about an hour or something this morning. Yup, everything. Yup, different country. Nothing. Yup, still swimming pool. Yup, did the whole night. Yup, still met this morning. Yup, did the whole night. Still made all the phone calls. Still answered all the tweets. Yup, 16-hour ride. Nothing changes. I'm here, and I can say jet lag. I come up with a whole bunch of excuses. I had a call yesterday. It was 9 o'clock in the morning back at the state. Every week I'm on. I made the adjustment. I went to bed. I'm sorry. Help me, CJ, because I don't want to lie. What time did you go to bed last night? 9-ish? Yep. So I had to get up at 11 for the call. And with everything, you're talking about a 14-hour difference, not including a 5-hour flight to LA, then a 16-hour flight to Melbourne. Listen to me very closely. I still made all my appointments. Why? Because that's what beasts do. I didn't send out an email. I'm in Australia. Just had fish and chips. I apologize. I'm tired. Listen to me. I made all my engagements. I made all my appointments. I found out that I left a very important folder for this last part of the dissertation, the last chapter. I left it at home. I made a phone call. Told the young lady, I'll pay you extra. Go scan it for me. Send it to me. Got here. Everything is there. When I get back, I got work to do. I will not go back and go to sleep. Listen to me. Everybody wants to be a beast. Everybody's got lions on their profiles. Everybody talks positive about themselves. Everybody talks like you're a beast. You dress like you're a beast. You got the cars like a beast. Your image, everything about you says, I'm a beast. That's how you present yourself.
The smoke is on. He's giving everything that he's got.
Yep.
When you present, I'm a beast. But then when it's time to do what beasts do, you back up. You have an excuse. And I told you before, innovation is rewarded. They give you a plaque for it. They give you a reward for it. But execution is worship. When you start executing, listen to me. I want you to, and this is no disrespect, I want you to look at your salary. And if you look at your salary would either say rewards or your salary would say execution. No, this is no disrespect. When we were talking about what we were going to do, we made a certain amount. When we did 90, 98, 99% of what we said we were going to do, we started getting phone calls, and I'll get in trouble with CJ, so I can't say it. Let me tell you, some of the top entertainers, some of the top companies in the world are calling us on a daily basis, and we're declining. And there's one company we're thinking about working with. Why? Because what people see is they like their execution now, and we want to be a part of the execution. So when you start execution, you go to a whole other level. Everybody wants to be a beast. It's time to do what real beasts do. Everybody wants to be a beast, right? Finally, until it's time to do what real beasts do. Now, this is why there's no excuse. If I come back in 3 years and you're not where you want to be, I didn't say where Glenn wanted you to be. I didn't say where Eric wanted you to be. I want you to write down before you leave today where you want to be. Listen to me. There's no excuse because Glenn and the team are going to tell you every single thing you need to do. Every single thing. This is the problem. They're going to give you every single tool, every single resource. They're going to make themselves available. And what will separate those of you from the rest is not what they give you. What's going to separate you is what you do. That's what's going to separate you. All right. So, CJ, I'm going to go here. We're going to go to the slide. I got to go here, see. I got to go here. So we left. I don't remember. We left Friday. So she's younger than me. She's the president of the organization. And she's been paying attention, not only to me, but his father and other people. And so CJ's like, Eric, we're going out of town. We just had a little baby. And so CJ sends me a photo. He sends me a photo of 14 cars. If I'm not mistaken, was there 14 cars, CJ? 11 cars, because we're gone for 11 days. Smart young man. 11 cars, and I believe there was a Reese's Kiss on each car. Hershey's Kiss, thank you. Hershey's, not Reese's, Hershey's Kiss. On each one, CJ. Good. And those 11 cars represented a card every day for his wife while he was gone. Every single day, he got 11 cars, and he wrote something special to his wife for those 11 days, right? And I love it. And he sent me a picture, E.T. for B. I love it. I love it. I really sent me a card, E.T. He had all of them laid out real cute. He took the pick 5. Boom, forward to me. E.T., what it do, baby? We out of here. I've listened to you. I've watched my father. I've taken notes. 11 cards, guys. What's up? I don't know about the other 2 guys and what their response were, but I put on my camera and also took a picture of the 11 cards. And the 5 for my daughter. And some other trinkets. Boom. And sent it back. Boom. This is what real beasts do. Listen to me very closely. I want you to know you should be excited. All the information you're going to get, all the information you have, there's only one equation that's missing. There's only one thing you cannot purchase. There's only one thing you cannot buy.
Can you imagine how differently you would show up to write your book if you...
And that's real beef, what real beasts do. That's something you're going to have to do.
This concludes tonight's training. You see, we live in a world where we are conditioned for failure, and oftentimes we are programmed or fooled into mediocrity. So people find themselves living like peasants instead of the royalty that they were meant to be. But you see, here in the royalty movement, we see the king in you. We see the queen in you from start to finish. It's just time for you to take your seat on the throne, because this is where we uplift your character, your confidence, and your cash flow. You see, as royalty, you should establish a solid financial foundation that will soon lead to your abundance and thriving empire. Take your seat on the throne. You are royalty. Salute. Now let's apply what we learned tonight. Nothing happens until you apply what it is that you learn, whether it's the credit, whether it's the prospecting so you can be a top earner, or whether it's adopting the beast mentality and doing what beasts do. Salute.